could be more French than taking a day to wander through the market? But of course, a market in Paris might be something that sounds cute, but intimidating. So today we're gonna talk about what to expect you could find in the market, how to order, and even what you might do to eat something here without having to necessarily do all the shopping involved. This is gonna be Paris in My Pocket's quick guide to markets in France, specifically the Bastille market here in Paris, one of my favorite markets. Let's go. And we're actually gonna have a special guest appearance today from my friend Jane, who runs a cooking school here in Paris, La Cuisine de Paris. Her book's coming out soon too. We'll put a link to that below. Make sure you grab a copy in advance. There's extra bonus materials that you can get if you do. I don't even know what those are yet, but I'm gonna get some apparently. Anyways, she's gonna give us some really hot tips, walk us through some of the seasonal treats here. As you can tell from my shivery little puppy, it's a little cold out. It is the wintry weather. And hey, let's go eat something. It's always a good idea to carry cash in the market. It's not a complete necessity, especially if you're gonna grab maybe like a sandwich along the way, but generally, as Jane would put it, cash is king. And there are a lot of vendors here that will not be using credit cards. Small coins are also gonna be very much appreciated. So if you're gonna be buying little things here and there, you wanna make change, you might wanna come with whatever change you picked up along the way already. And that way you can make a very happy vendor as you go. While supermarkets are going to be generally more popular for their convenience, many Parisians still do find a lot of what they're looking for in the regular markets out in the open air. You're going to find them on different days during the week, and this is where you're going to find most of your fresh produce, meat, cheese, and a couple of specialties along the way that you might not pick up elsewhere, like oysters, which I still don't like, but we're still going to try just for you.
For cheese.
Do you have any tips for cheese?
Cheese. Right now we are in winter cheese season, so we see lots of raclette is coming out. People are doing raclette.
All cheese is seasonal?
You eat them all year long, but there are points when people are excited to eat them.
Like raclette?
Like raclette.
Because it's a hot cheese that goes with the cold season.
It goes with your potatoes and all sorts of nice things.
And delicious meats and more.
Yes.
They've got a little sampler too. Did you see that?
I'm not used to seeing that, but that's great.
That is great.
That's really great.
Oh, I love it.
Legend has it, for most French people, you shop at the market.
The rotisserie chicken.
And then you buy your rotisserie chicken. So choucroute is a dish from Alsace, basically, but it's sauerkraut and cooked meats. Delicious, really comes out this time of year. This looks like tartiflette. Yes, this is tartiflette. So this is with potatoes, bacon, and then they melt a roll-de-chon cheese on it. So those are really great seasonal foods.
Those are really good.
And you can get them warm at the market and sit and eat. How
My
cool
favorite
is that?
dog name, there's a tartiflette.
Really?
Yeah, there's a really cute dog that we met, Cooper and I met a while back that we knew, named Tartiflette, super cute. You've probably heard me say this a million times, but it's true even in the market as it is in any cafe, restaurant, or shop that you go. Be sure to say bonjour. Everybody that you meet, when you're starting your conversation, it is the magic word that you have to say first. Master that word, and the market will be a friendlier place. But the market's a friendly place anyways. It's not gonna be bad, don't worry. Why do I keep saying things like it's not gonna be bad? It's gonna be great. You're gonna have a great time. You were saying that you could tell the difference in produce vendors between resellers and actual farmers?
Resellers and farmers, or producteur, or maraîcher is what they'll call themselves.
Yeah.
So here we have a great example of a producteur. I can tell, and you can too, look at the veggies. They've literally come straight out of the ground. Okay, so they're not clean, they're not prepped.
I never even thought about that actually. Learning stuff. You gotta keep Jane around. You don't have to be fluent in French to order in the market. It can be as simple as pointing at an item and holding up the number of fingers of things that you want. But of course, learning French will get you leagues beyond just walking around grunting. So I would really recommend you learn at least the minimum, which would be to say, je prends. Je prends, it literally means I'll take, and it's polite enough, don't worry about it. Je prends deux pommes. I have no idea. Whatever it is you're buying, je prends point grunt. You've got it. It's gonna be fun. In general, I would say, when in doubt, don't touch the fruit or veg at any of these stands because they may be there to pack it up for you. One of the signs that you might be there to do it yourself would be if there are bags hanging from the front of the stand. You can pluck one of those off and start grabbing what you need. But when in doubt, again, lean in, ask puis-je, which was a very nice way of saying may I, or you can just go, and then they'll figure it out from there.
The vendor should ask me, are you going to eat it now? Are you going to cook with it? Will you cook with it tomorrow? Or is it for next week? And they will choose my produce based on what I'm doing and when I'm using it.
That's how I always manage to get avocados that are ready to make guacamole right away. Is you go and they'll ask, like, is it for today? And you say yes. And if they are nice enough to ask what for, you'll get a good avocado every time. If you're going to be shopping in the market, of course, you're going to want to bring your own bag, whether that's a backpack or a rucksack or Santa's I don't know where I'm going with this. Bring your own bag because they're not going to have them for you here. Maybe occasionally a little plastic bag, but you're not going to want to carry like a bundle of those around with you. So come prepared. Jane, what's a Saint-Jacques?
Okay, so the Saint-Jacques is the scallop. The coquille is the shell. So if you're buying scallops, they may be sold as coquille Saint-Jacques.
Let's do it. Jane's favorite oyster spot.
And if not, we can pretend.
We can pretend to eat oysters?
To loiter over somebody's shoulder, yeah.
There, I just ate an oyster. It's amazing. Just because you're in the market doesn't mean you have to do grocery shopping and make food at home, although you definitely could do that if you're in an Airbnb, somewhere with a kitchen, take advantage. But there are ways to participate in the market on a run and gun basis, like oysters.
Like it's not. It has sand as well.
Oof. There are other places that I prefer more where you can get hot food like samosas or empanadas or falafel or sandwiches, all kinds of things. There's a lot of delicious food in here that you can grab and go. But if you don't mind standing around for a minute and trying something a little bit more extreme, the oyster selection is definitely going to be a very French market experience. It's basically peak market experience. It doesn't get a whole lot more than this. I will recommend that you first make sure you detach the oyster from the shell, because if you don't, you're going to find yourself making a lot of other kind of uncomfortable noises. Get the seawater in there to get the saltiness. Sprinkle a little bit of lemon juice on it, maybe some vinegar if you're feeling it. And down it goes. It's basically as far up the market as you can go away from Bastille, the square. So if you hit the playground, you've gone too far, but not super far. You're gonna get into this spot that's pretty close to kind of the ugliest like metro vent section.
Next to the horse meat stand.
Next to the horse meat stand. Just to traumatize the Americans watching this that much more. Yes, occasionally horse meat is a thing.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Don't forget your wine.
Don't forget the wine. If you're looking for a good time with food, you should probably check out La Cuisine de Paris. You can go learn how to make croissants. I've done that before. I've also learned how to make galets de roi. And we made scruffins one time too, which we still need to remaster. So make sure to follow Jane over there and be sure to grab a copy of her book. I'll put a link below. I'll make it an affiliate link, so it's at least lightly selfish on my part.
Yes, please do.
And then obviously go grab my guide, ParisInMyPocket.com. We're gonna be adding a little guide to markets in my guide just to make sure you have it. It's something that I've always been meaning to do and just hadn't gotten around to. I love the market. I love walking around with Jane. Thanks for having me.
Should we kiss or something?
That'd be romantic. But then you're sick. And thanks to all my patrons for making this possible.
Yes.
Anyways, go to ParisInMyPocket.com right now.
Pocket. Click on the link.
And then the market will be yours.